From the Elkhead turnoff, it's about 6.5 miles to the start of the target section. The lead up is good, even if I'm stuck behind this dumb truck. Anyways, this track is mostly in the lowland hills between Benmore Mountain to the east and Dickinson Mountain to the northwest. Once past and around Dickinson, Elkhead weaves its way southwest to Driver Valley Road. Elkhead Road is a 2-lane road. The surface is pretty good. You'll hear me comment about it, comparing it to Highway 3 in California. It is surrounded by the classic mix of trees, hills, plains, and farming of various types. One thing to note, there are definitely more driveways out here than on Shoestring, so be on your toes. You may see an occasional car here and there, but this isn't a main thoroughfare by any means. The traffic you'll most likely run into will be like that truck. Locals. So, more of what I've been experiencing on this drive, which is lots of curves, interesting elevation changes, some almost hairpins to hairpin, rolling hills, dusty green scenery. But so far, the selected roads have been pretty spot on as far as good to drive. The only thing that is happening is I have a couple of things on my dash that aren't normally on. So one is a check engine light, which is likely from my gas cap not being fully clicked, hopefully. And then I have this light up here, which is the dynamics control light, or vehicle dynamics, which I guess means it's off. And I don't know if, like I'm gonna have to run these codes or get them cleared or something. The vehicle doesn't drive any different, it doesn't sound any different. So I don't know if there's something about the heat today that's different than other times that I've driven down where it's really hot. I'm at a loss. Like there's no white smoke, so I haven't blown a seal. It isn't running rough. I don't think I haven't done a money shift, so it's troubling. It's ungood. And then I got behind this guy who is fine, but impeding my assertive driving style. I can feel the heat though. There is heat coming through the windshield, so maybe the ECU box or the whatever central control is getting a little something's happening there. I wish you could remote diagnose and I could call Wheels Drive Auto and say, hey, this is what's happening. Can you see what it is? I usually like to take my cue from the speed that the locals are driving, but this particular local is driving very conservative. So far, Elkhead is more, or Elkhead is more like London Road. It's more of a main thoroughfare versus Shoestring Road. A little less technical than Hillsborough Highway, but very enjoyable nonetheless. And it's not I-5, so that's always a good thing. Elkhead. A little more conservatively through here. I feel like I'm talking to myself, which I kind of am, but I'm trying to keep it more like talk about the drive, talk to myself versus other externalizing internal conversations. While the curviness was nice, it wasn't as intense as Shoestring. It's kind of a warm down. I will say that it is a great selection if you want to escape I-5 for a change of scene and maybe shift your gears. Repeatable is the word that comes to mind. When I was going back over the map while editing this video, I did find other back road options off of or separate from Elkhead, but in the same area, and they are added to my list of 2 drives. The one thing I don't understand about en route, as much as I like the fact that I can branches, do all these map points, is the offline map thing seems weird that it doesn't display the map. Like if it's an offline map, then display it. Maybe what I think, maybe I have the wrong interpretation of offline maps. Like use the memory of the most recent map update to determine. I don't know. Trucks. Sunken grade. I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting. Like the name of a ship. The sunken grade. Blind corners, or sorry, not corners, curves, blind curves, another sunken grade. I don't know what that means. Interesting. Okay. pretty awesome. So I think it's Highway 3, if I'm remembering correctly, which goes out of Wairika down to their road that leads into Reading. But that drive is like, it's similar to this, except that the curves and the turns are longer, they're more stretched out, but it's like a couple hours of this, which is great. I mean, you would get super tired if this was a couple hours. And the other one, luckily, that one is stretched out. But what do you call? Like I think I said it before. On that one, I didn't eat very well. I wasn't well hydrated, and at the end of that one, I needed to dry heave, and I usually don't get that. And I don't know if that's just I'm not used to driving these roads and these kinds of roads anymore, and so I'm more sensitive to it, or just a combination of, I don't know, sometimes when people get older they get seasick and stuff, and maybe I'm just getting seasick again because it's been a while since I've been on the sea. But it was really cool, but it's definitely more stretched. It's a more stretched out version of this, and it's a better maintained road than this one. It's a little bit wider too, and it definitely less driveways, very few mailboxes, lots of campgrounds and stuff like that. But this is pretty awesome. We have driven roads like this that were gravel in Washington that I shouldn't have been driving on, and they were cool to see this kind of like tree tunnel-y stuff. But like, yeah, this is I'm glad that this is paved. And the camera still seems to be functioning. I hope the rear one's doing okay. The front one's doing good. So then after this one, it's Cow Creek Road, and Cow Creek Road looks very similar to what we just went through. I like this agate. It's bugging me. I kind of wish my friend Rich's Corvette has the baked-in front camera. I kind of wish I had that with the quality of this or better. And I wouldn't have to worry about anything on my sight line. Vibrations happening over here. As I was going around this curve, this guy in the Jetta coming towards me was hauling ass. I was actually impressed, like, wow, man, hit it. Once on Drivers Valley Road, it's about 18 miles and 21 minutes to my next stop, Costco Gas. My route will take me through Oakland, Sutherland, until finally arriving in Winchester. I get fueled up, and as I pull away from the pump, I hear the dash sound that another dash light has gone off, and lo and behold, the ABS light has come on. Again, I pull out the manual and do some fun reading and make the strategic decision to head straight to my fave Airbnb in Medford and skip my next two target roads, Cow Creek Road and Williams Highway. If the lights are still on in the morning, I will visit the Subaru dealer in Medford and get some diagnostics. Best guess, the heat. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching and see you out there.